White Sox team can have a really decent season in a really bad division. That's what you guys have to remember. It's a really bad division.
It is.
That's
what you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought.
You have your scab-eating OC holding you back, calling two of the same screenplays in a row during one game, and having you throw two passes, which I was corrected by, one pass in the fourth quarter of a game you were the best player in. Fight me!
A bullshit? A bullshit? A bullshit. Bullshit.
a good organization would do. But this is the Bears, not a good organization. So they're going to keep Ryan Poles.
Why?
We just feel our disappointment. That's all.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that.
Between the Bears and the Bears.
Yeah, we do it. We do it when it's still warm outside.
Right, yeah.
We can get out like October, beginning November. Still like 50, 60 degrees. Nowadays, it's still like 70 degrees.
And that way, during the winter, we're still so angry that everything's warm. And welcome to Combs and Fitz Windy City Sports Talk. It's your boy, Brandon Combs, along with my guy, Ryan Fitzgibbons. Fitzy.
Dun, 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 dun.
We've made it.
Yes. I mean, there's already been football because football's crazy and it's got to be around all the time. But this used to be the first Sunday of the year. This is the beginning of the NFL football season for me. God damn it. And I do sound like an old man, but I have a kind of a beard now, so I get to be.
I was just going to say, I didn't know you were a hockey guy, and I didn't know it was playoff time. I didn't know what was going on. I hopped in. I see you got the beer going. I mean, look, I know that I know I'm really good at what I do, and I love doing this show with you. But to watch you try to be like me is very flattering.
Here we fucking go. You can't help yourself.
You know, sometimes
hey, Junior. Game day, baby.
Let's go. Good morning, boys. Bear down, says AJ. What's going on, AJ? Thanks for joining us on Twitter. We are live on Twitter. We'll see how that goes.
Boy, we're like Tucker Carlson.
And we're moving up in the world. We're nothing
like Tucker Carlson, but whatever.
Like Edelman preparing for the playoffs with the beard. Why you gotta bring Edelman? Hasn't been in the league for like 10 years.
Come on, and he was probably on steroids. Well, they all
player now. Instead, you're talking about Julian Edelman. What the hell?
He can't help himself.
He just can't. He can't. Anyway, a lot of good stuff to get to, man. It's NFL. It's week 1. We're gonna talk all sorts of stuff. I've got some betting lines for you guys in most of these games. We're gonna make some picks. Look. The sides in week 1 always scare me because crazy stuff happens in week 1. I'm not huge on a lot of these sides, but there are some that I look at and I'm like, man, I love that. I love that. So we'll get to all that stuff. We will also talk some Bears. We will also maybe touch on the Cubs. I don't know. Probably not. It's football season. Cubs games don't matter right now. They're not catching the Brewers. They're so far ahead in the wild card. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
For October. Anyway, Ryan just painted that on his face.
But Megan TV.
I was gonna say like Ryan Day, like you're going for the Ryan Day look, where you just take the eye black and instead of putting it on your eyes, you just put it on your face and make a beard. Is that what you did? You kind of remind me of that. I don't know if you remember that old old thing when you were a kid where you can get the magnet and you could drag the shavings up.
I think I got to get used to like, I don't know. Just like everything else, I have no clue what I'm doing. But
speaking of no clue what you're doing, you want to get to Fitz gibberish? Start the show.
Yeah, boy. It's Fitz gibberish. It's a diatribe, it's conspiracy theory, and it's an island in the middle of unapologetic and sometimes inaccurate sports talk. It is a real beard comb, so you are wrong there, sir. That's an inaccuracy. That's inaccuracy. Anyway, speaking of inaccuracy, he, who will not be named yet, has averaged 26.5 TDs in the last 2 seasons, which is 4 TDs below the league average. His completion percentage has been 67.3% in the last 2 years, which is a little over 1% over the league average. His TD to interception ratio is just a shade over 2-1 the past 2 seasons, which is well below the league average. Who Combs am I talking about?
Oh, God.
I'm going to go through it again.
Yeah, one more time.
26.5 TDs in the last 2 seasons. His completion percentage is 67.3% in the last 2 seasons. It's 1% over what the league average. The league average has gone up every year for, I think, the last 10 years. A lot more, people don't throw downfield as much as they used to. 2-1. No, that is Patrick Mahomes, sir. Yeah.
Okay.
We immortalize it, exaggerate it, form psychological disorders around it. We follow it like a Jennifer Aniston stalker.
Oh, God.
We do not treat greatness or beauty well in this country, and we know it, and we keep doing it. That being said, the first step to solving a problem is admitting you have one. And I should know. I have a lot of problems. Anyway, a lot of problems in here. Patrick Mahomes is not the best QB in the NFL anymore. I'm pretty sure it's Joe Burrow. And that's Fitz gibberish. Combs.
That's the shortest Fitz gibberish of all time.
I told you it was short.
As I'm doing a show with Wooly Willy.
What the?
It is that was the shortest gibberish of all time.
You are not going to let it go. Yeah, probably one of your favorites.
Yes.
You have to sit there and act like you were listening for fucking 10 minutes.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
we swear on Twitter.
I wasn't really listening because I went and got you your Wooly Willy photo. I was more concentrated on how to find which one matches. But anyway, no, look,
Patrick Mahomes is not the best quarterback in the NFL anymore, and he hasn't been for a little bit here, guys. Yeah. So I like to have a large sample size. I say it all the time. We argue about it. You want to hurt me because of it. We do have a sample size here. And he wasn't really that good on Thursday.
My hot take coming into this season, and I talked about this on BetMGM tonight after dark with Ryan Horvath this week too. It was I don't think the Kansas City Chiefs win the West. I am not betting the Kansas City Chiefs to win the West. I am betting the Denver Broncos and putting a little bit also on the Los Angeles Chargers. I think that the Kansas City Chiefs take a step back. Now, that's not to say they don't make the playoffs, and that's not to say that I'm putting anything on Patrick Mahomes to not get his team back to the Super Bowl again, because for what his numbers have been over the last couple of years, he's still going to Super Bowls. He's still doing his thing. So,
not totally sure in any other league he's in the Super Bowl last year. I hate to be the one to say it, and I know I sound like a podcaster here, but I am a podcaster. Yeah. But a lot of calls went their way.
Since he's lost Tyreek Hill, those numbers have slowly gone down. His weapons are getting older. And now with Rashee Rice getting suspended, with Mr. Taylor Swift, I'm not even going to say his damn name, taking out Xavier Worthy, who I drafted in the 4th round of my big money league this year.
There we go. It's all about your fantasy team.
With Travis Kelce taking out Xavier Worthy, who they say they're hopeful he can play with a brace. They're going through more evaluation, but surgery is still an option on a separated shoulder. Does not sound good. And an aging Travis Kelce, and
Everything you're saying, I raise you what Joe Burrow's been through. He plays for the Cincinnati Bengals, and a story. And I know he's got a good receiving core. And you could put Josh Allen in there too. AJ says Josh Allen is the best QB in the NFL. I think you can make that argument. I just don't think it's Patrick Mahomes.
I would tell you that you're probably right. He's not the best quarterback in the league, but I would tell you there was a lot of times where Tom Brady wasn't the best quarterback in the league, but he was still winning Super Bowls. He's still one of the greatest of all time. There were guys that I would have rather handled. I thought Peyton Manning was a better quarterback than Tom Brady. I felt like Aaron Rodgers was a better quarterback than Tom Brady. But you look at stuff that they do, and they just know how to win. And that is just one of those things where I agree with you that he's not the best quarterback in the NFL. I agree with you that that's Joe Burrow. I think he led the league in passing yards last year.
There's a lot of reasons for it. I mean, there's an eye test too to this thing.
Well, yes,
sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but yeah.
He's one of the most accurate quarterbacks I've seen since Dan Marino. He's incredibly accurate as Joe Burrow.
Yeah.
Patrick Mahomes just finds ways. Like, you look at him in the fourth quarter the other night where he's getting sacked, he's getting brought to the ground, and he just tosses the ball underhand into the air, and it lands in his receiver's hands. 100 times out of 100, if that's a Bears quarterback, that ball's going the other way for 6. It's just things happen with Patrick Mahomes. He sees the field very well. He's able to do those backyard things very well. He's able to go off script very well. And so for me, that's why, like, he just knows how to win. I agree with you. I don't think he's the best, but I also would go against you because there's no chance in hell that come playoff time, I'm betting against Patrick Mahomes.
It's tough because there's a lot of factors in there. That's a good point. Good point. But there's a lot of factors into why I wouldn't bet against Patrick Mahomes. And it's his name. And it's the Chiefs now. And it's all that weight that comes behind that.
But you gotta look at the things. Look at the way that they've lost.
There's been other players that we've had in other sports or in this sport where they were overwhelmingly the best quarterback in the league. And he was, for a few years, overwhelmingly the best quarterback in the league. He was not good in the Super Bowl. His
offensive line was not good in the Super Bowl.
Yes, but he was terrible when he had chances to play well. He was not throwing the ball well. He was not making the right reads. He was not playing well. I mean, look at that. The first 2 or 3 quarters, when he did have time to throw, he did not throw well. When the game was over, he started to throw well. I mean, I like to look at it just the way I look at any quarterback play.
Yeah. I also look at the way that he's
with you. It is a good argument. I would go with him, but there's a weight behind the Kansas City Chiefs right now.
Yeah, but he also has that lore, right? 13 seconds against Buffalo. You know what I mean? Like, you just know that if he's getting the ball back in the fourth quarter, if there's a chance he's getting the ball back and able to drive it downfield, unless you're giving him 2 seconds or less, I still don't doubt Patrick Mahomes to find a way to get it done. And that's where I think people still are with Patrick Mahomes. Now, I don't think that the weapons are as great. I don't think the defense is as good. They are good at run stopping. They can't stop the run. I think they were the 3rd best in the league last year at stopping the run. I still am out on the Kansas City Chiefs as the best team in the AFC West. I think that this season, I think you're going to see the Denver Broncos take that next step. I think you're going to see the Chargers take that next step. And this is probably the best coach division in all of the NFL with the coaching pedigree that is in the AFC West. There's a lot of pedigree there.
But we did also have a TB12 since people brought it up. We had a TB12 division for a few years here. The Broncos, Raiders, and Chargers weren't doing anything.
Oh yeah,
For the past 5, 6, 7, 8 years.
well the Chargers were thought to be good though, right?
The Chargers were what?
They were thought to be good.
They were
Because people
thought
have been in love with Justin Herbert, and
Yes.
they thought that these teams were going to be good.
We thought
haven't
the
been ever.
Bears. We thought the Bears would be good.
Well, we really liked Eberflus's haircut, and
I
that's what
think you would. I think you and Jeremiah got lost in his haircut and his eyes.
sometimes the haircut is what does it for you. I'm out on the Chiefs winning the division. I'm not out on the Chiefs making the playoffs. I still think that this is a team that can win 9 to 10 games. It's still good enough to be a wild card team. So yeah,
Do you think the Chargers win that division then?
I think it's good. I think it's the Broncos.
Broncos.
But-
Sorry.
But I also like the Chargers too. I think the Chargers are going to be good as well. I think that they showed it on Friday night in Brazil. Going overseas, going to Brazil and playing the way they did against a Kansas City Chiefs team that just seems to own the early season every single year was really, really a good way to start the season. It was a statement made by the Chargers. Hey, we're here. And I like the roster they've put together behind Jim Harbaugh. I think
I know you like QB.
Yeah, I think Omarion Hampton is a Jim Harbaugh built running back. I think he's going to have a phenomenal season. I know Najee Harris got the nod at starting there, but I mean, you look at Omarion Hampton. Omarion Hampton just runs people over. I liked him at North Carolina. I liked him coming out of the draft. I thought it was a great pick by the Chargers. I like him behind this offensive line if they can stay healthy.
Do you remember what draft pick he was?
22nd, I believe.
Oh, okay.
If I'm not mistaken. He was their first round draft pick.
I thought he was taken in the second. Okay.
No. Yeah, he was one of 2 running backs. Him and Ashton Genty were both taken in the first round. We're going to see what Ashton Genty is going to be today too. I'm excited to see that as well.
Well, AJ says early round 2. I know a team that had an early round 2 pick if he was early round 2.
I'm pretty sure he was the
team that had a couple early round 2 picks. I'm not mentioning it. Not going to mention it though.
Burden is good in the first round of the 2025.
Okay.
Don't ever doubt me, AJ. Don't ever doubt me. That's why I beat you when you were undefeated in the fantasy league last year.
Wow.
Because I know more about football than you do, AJ. Anyway, just kidding. That's my guy. Anyway, no, look, when you start looking at this, there's another team too that I like a lot.
The Cowboys?
No.
We have to talk about the Cowboys.
We will.
Especially how
to throw you off, and you're going to think that I'm drunk, and I'm not. I promise it's just root beer in this glass right now. That'll change later, but right now it's just root beer. I love the Carolina Panthers. I think the Carolina Panthers are winning the NFC South.
This is your Oakland A's of the NFL.
No, I think that they are
this hill.
Well, here's the thing, because the Tampa Bay Buccaneers won the division last year at 10-7. I think they're taking a step back. They're playing a really tough schedule, and a step back.
Doubting Thomas.
A step back for them is 8 to 9 wins, right?
Oh, he's got Caleb Williams as his profile pitcher. Sorry to cut you off. I know you have your full steam ahead with this Carolina Panthers thing because no one's going to believe you and you're insane. But this is your Fitz gibberish. I know, and I'm blocking it. But you do it to me sometimes. So he's got Caleb Williams. This guy, I still don't believe he's positive on the Bears. But go ahead. Sorry.
He's good. And next after this, it'll probably be Jay Cutler on there. As well. He changes his moniker every other minute. No, I love the draft pick of Ted McMillan. I love Chuba Hubbard. I think Chuba Hubbard is a fantastic running back. I like the way that Bryce Young developed at the end of last year. I think he continues that development. I like this coaching staff. I like everything about the Carolina Panthers heading into this season. I could be completely wrong, and it could be a terrible take, and we could replay this tape later on in the season, and everybody be like, oh, remember when you liked the Carolina Panthers? I get it. But I am telling you, that division is soft. I don't believe in the Atlanta Falcons. We're going to find out what they are today. They go up against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I am really, really high on the Carolina Panthers.
Is it because their coach is the same age as us?
It might be.
Yeah, you know what? They're going to be better, but I just don't think they got the QB, man. That's my problem.
You don't like Bryce Young. You don't like the way he developed at the end of like the way he looked after he came back from being benched.
I do. I mean, I do. I always thought he would be average to above average. I don't think he was a complete and utter bust, being the first pick after all in that trade. But I don't think it's gonna. I don't think he was as good as even Caleb Williams, and I think he had probably more. Well, I think every quarterback had more than Caleb Williams last year. I don't care about the receiving core. I just think he's still too small, and I don't think he's good enough. And I don't think that you're going to get. I mean, you can't really run with the ball. And what is he going to do? I mean, I don't see it. I mean, you are going to have the best offensive line in the league, in my mind, to get the throwing lanes right for him. But I could be wrong.
I like the addition.
I don't think he's Drew Brees.
I think Ted McMillan and Xavier Legette was a really good way to build that wide receiving core. Xavier Legette is a great route runner with fantastic hands. Xavier Legette, I mean, yeah, he had a little bit of the drops last year. I will agree with you there, but he's still one of the fastest wide receivers in all of the NFL. Their tight end position is nice. I like Chuba Hubbard. I like that running back room as a whole. There's just something about them. I'm really high on the Carolina Panthers, and I bet them to win the division at plus 800.
So you have the Buccaneers rolling against the Falcons today?
I don't have the Buccaneers. I think that's going to be a tight game. I think that I when it comes to Buccaneers Falcons, I didn't bet a side. I bet the under, though. I like the under in that game. I think both teams' defenses are really good. That's the thing about Tampa Bay too, which is why I like Carolina so much to win this division. Is I think Tampa Bay takes a step back. I think Baker Mayfield's really good. I think he's very undervalued. I think people look at Baker Mayfield for whatever reason, because there's no good reason to look at Baker Mayfield like he's not a top 10 quarterback in this league. And he might even be better than that. And he's done everything at everywhere he's been, even when he was in Cleveland. He took Cleveland Browns to the playoffs. I like Baker Mayfield. I think Mike Evans is getting older. Chris Godwin can't stay healthy. They don't really have a tight end there. You look at the running back room. I mean, Rashad White's okay, but he's nothing that is going to set you on fire. That's why when you look at their schedule too, I can probably get you to 8 wins, but I can't really get you above that. So that's where I'm at. Raiders money line today says AJ, I feel like they will surprise some people this year. Junior wants to know what jersey I'm wearing. It's just a custom jersey. It's got my name on the back of it.
I gotta see something. I gotta see the Raiders' first 4 games before I think anything. I don't know what's happening there. It's a little. I don't know.
The Raiders are a very good coached team, but I don't know what that offense is going to look like.
Stay it to the pitcher.
Yeah, I don't know what that offense is going to look like. With the quarterback situation. So I'm with you. Got to see a couple weeks. You're going to need something on tape before you can get there.
Have you seen the Cowboys documentary? Have you seen it?
Have not.
I think it has a Last Dance Bulls feel to it a little bit without really, I guess, kind of not a dynasty. Yeah, well, I guess it's similar in the story that you had an owner dismantle a team that was pretty damn good. And yes, I've seen it. And it's propaganda for Jerry Jones for the first 4 episodes. Yeah, the last half are critical of the Cowboys and the way they let their players do just about anything. And it's okay because they got a lot of people to talk about it. But I just think, like I said, I think it's propaganda. Patriots 24-14.
He's out of his damn mind.
He's
out of his damn mind.
Drunk on Patriots. But yeah, that and it comes out. I think it came out like a week or 2 before the trade we're going to talk about, which I think we're going to have to talk about. Seeing that,
let's talk about it right now. We're here. And Nathan wants to know if I trust Gino. I don't.
I just think it's almost, they both have the name Jerry. It also has a Jerry Reinsdorf White Sox feel to it because it's an owner who, this is my damn team. I'll do whatever the hell I want, even though you're blaringly making the wrong decisions over and over and over and over and over again. It's a pretty good fan base. I mean, the Dallas Cowboys fan base and the Dallas Cowboys are obnoxious. They think they're the Yankees without the wins. But yeah, I just think the Micah Parsons trade. I mean, I just don't know the Packers. I don't get it.
Yeah,
I don't get it. I mean, you could have traded you could have traded him to a bad team and got 2 really good picks.
Well, they did the Luka thing. They didn't call anybody.
Yeah, I know.
They did a deal with one team. Like, Jerry, you didn't stop them. Like, you could have got, and not only that, but the picks you get back for him. Look, the Packers, I hate to say this because I hate this damn team. They're going to be good. You're going to have those first-round picks are going to be late first-round picks. It's not like you're getting a top 5 pick. Micah Parsons, which is what Micah Parsons is worth.
No, even if the Packers have the season that I think they're going to have, it's going to be a late first-round pick, which is basically a high second-round pick anyway, kind of. You're getting the same talent in that area. I don't see it. Yeah, I mean, why not trade him to a bad and up-and-coming team that thinks they can make a move and wants to over trade for him because a new GM wants to make a name for himself? Like, that's kind of what Ryan Poles did.
Yeah.
When he traded his pick and your boy Bryce Young was taken. I mean, this is organizational malpractice. This is a guy who's aged out, who does love young players. We all know that. He loves prospects because, Jerry Jones is a really good marketer. It's one thing he's done really well, has been able to market his teams very well and market things. And the things you can market, especially in this era of sports, is unproven talent and having all these draft picks and say, oh, we got all these draft picks. This is not the Herschel Walker trade. This is a bad trade, top to bottom. I don't care if Micah Parsons has a sprained back. I mean, it doesn't sound like there's anything structurally wrong with his back. He's going to miss a game. He could probably play today.
There is something wrong with his back because he's having to take an epidural to get out on the field. So
he's not out on the field today. So
he is on the field today.
No, I thought he wasn't playing.
No, he's playing. He's going to be limited, but he's playing today. They're expecting him to play. But it'll be in a limited capacity. They're going to limit the amount of snaps that he's seeing.
Okay. I thought he was out. Sorry.
So having to take an epidural to get on the field is a concern. But with the talent level of Micah Parsons, it's kind of worth it, is it not?
Yeah. I mean, he's 26. You get a lot of people you don't see trading one of the best young pass rushers pretty much ever to be this young and to be producing what he's producing. I mean, isn't he the first guy in his first 3-4 years to have 12 sacks per year or something like that, whatever it is. I mean, I just you don't trade guys like this. I mean, other team. I mean, it's just I just think it's a bad trade, top to bottom. I think it's very easy. Now, if he gets hurt, let's say he breaks his leg in the next 2 seasons in a row or whatever, that happens. And I got to tell him he's right. He's right about Khalil Mack. And I thought about Khalil Mack.
Khalil Mack didn't work out for the Bears because the Bears didn't make it work out for the Bears. The Bears did nothing to build around the stuff when they had Khalil Mack. That's not going to be the case with the Packers. One thing we've always seen from the Packers is they build properly.
Yeah. Also, and the Khalil Mack trade was traded to a bad team. I'm talking about this from a Dallas Cowboys sense. Yeah. Like he was traded to a bad team. No one thought the Bears were going to be good that year. You know what? I bet the Bears that year to win the division and won quite a bit of money from it because no one thought the Bears would. Even when they picked up Khalil Mack, no one thought the Bears were going to make it to the playoffs that year. It's the last time the Bears have had a winning record, by the way, and the only time the Bears have had a winning record in the last decade. But I just think top to bottom, you do not trade. If you're going to trade the guy, if you've made the decision, which you shouldn't do anyway, if you make the decision to trade him, you trade him to a bad team.
Now, let me ask you a question. What if the back is a problem? Do you then start to look at the trade differently? Like maybe we were all wrong and maybe Jerry Jones wasn't nuts for trading Micah Parsons. Maybe that's why he didn't pay him the money, was because he knew what was going on with the back. Like, how did the Packers not know that this was more of a problem if it is a problem? Like, I can't imagine having to take an epidural to feel good enough to get out on the field isn't more of a problem. A 28-year-old linebacker with a back issue sounds pretty risky to me.
He's 28. I thought he was 26.
I believe that
matters.
I could be wrong.
That matters. We'll have the production team take a look.
Right
but anyway, yeah, I mean, I think it's an issue. You do have to pass. You do have to pass a physical. You do have to pass a physical.
He was born the year I graduated high school. I feel old.
Yeah, I don't think life is going to work out for us, buddy. It's already passed us by.
Oh God!
I think we should just hang up.
Sometimes I look at the ages of some of these athletes now, and I'm like, oh God!
God, I hope these anti-aging drugs work, but I need another chance. I need another chance, Combs. Just give me one more chance. One more chance in this life. Just one more chance. I can do it right this time. I'll set everything anyway. I sound like Scrooge McDuck, not Scrooge, the actual Scrooge.
Tom Cruise diet.
What?
Whatever diet Tom Cruise is on.
Yes, I want that.
He hasn't aged in 100 years.
Exactly. Well, I'm sure he probably eats babies, but
oh God.
Maybe they should throw a baby in Micah Parsons' back. Anyway, he does have to pass a physical. I mean, I would be really surprised a team like the Packers and an organization like the Packers trade for this guy, and this is a nagging injury that derails his career. And thanks, Jeremiah. He is the first, to have 12 plus sacks. I saw that in his first 4 seasons since Reggie White. Reggie White, what team was he traded to?
Junior says, I can't believe Dak Prescott's in his 10th season. I can't believe he's only in his 10th season. I feel like he's been playing since I was in high school. Like, it does seem like Dak's been playing for a long time. Like,
what's going on in that game? Dak got spit on.
Oh God! And he's first.
In his direction.
Yeah. But I mean, come on, you know what you were trying to do, and you succeeded, and that's all to the fault of Jalen Carter for being a head case and doing what he did. But
now read that comment. Because it reminds me of something. Read the comment.
Do you think the Packers win the division?
Who do you think wins the Super Bowl this year, Combs? Who do you think wins the Super Bowl this year,
the Baltimore Ravens.
Oh, all that foreshadowing? I thought you were going to say the Packers.
No, I think they beat the Packers in the Super Bowl, though.
So you think the Packers go to the Super Bowl?
I do. I do. I just look, the team is really good, man. And I hate it, and I hope that I'm dead wrong.
You lied to me. You said your finger was a gun.
I hate the Packers. Jules, am I in the Twilight Zone? Yes.
I learned long ago to ram it just right. You can ram it all day and ram it all night.
That's basically what you're doing to me.
The NFC is so wide open. I don't think that there is any team in the NFC that is dominant. I think the Niners have a chance to go to the Super Bowl. I think the Packers have a chance to go to the Super Bowl. I know people. I got Ryan Horvath, who I do a show with every damn night, is a Packers fan, and he has a ticket on the Bears to go to the Super Bowl. He thinks the Bears are winning the NFC North. He bet the Bears.
Ooh.
So I think my thing on the NFC North, I think all 4 teams go to the playoffs.
I can't really decide on the NFC. No, I can't. There's a lot of volatility. Probably the most volatile division in the sport. It's hard not to say that it isn't. The Vikings win the division. Yeah. The Vikings last in the division. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think,
but I think every team in the division
and make a good argument of it. What?
Yeah, I think every team in the division wins between 9 and 11 games.
It's crazy. And it's hard to say that they're not as good a division as they were last year. I just don't see a great team in the division. I don't think the Packers are great because I don't think they have a quarterback.
Yeah.
A quarterback that is great. I don't think they don't have a top 7-8 quarterback.
The fact that you don't think Lamar won't choke in the playoffs baffles me. Lamar didn't choke in the playoffs last year. Mark Andrews dropped the 2-point conversion.
Yeah.
Mark Andrews, he had feet for hands. He hit him right in the chest. Jalen Carter, good for 3 to 4 bonehead things a year, coming from a Philly fan. Ooh, okay.
Thanks for listening, JJ. He's the one
Jalen Carter, who you wanted to draft.
Yeah, Jalen Carter, who I wanted them to draft. I still think he's a better draft pick than Darnell Carter.
You're
Maybe
a better draft pick than Darnell Wright.
I think he's a better draft pick than Darnell Wright.
Yeah, as I said you're a better draft pick than Darnell Wright. I agree with you.
Wow. He's a pretty good right tackle. It's just I would rather have one of the best defense, probably the best talent-wise, the best defensive tackle in the league, but one of the best, close to.
He's all right. I don't want my guy getting ejected after kickoff or spitting on the opposing quarterback.
No. And maybe that does go into the bundle of talent. We can call that an intangible.
Well, we talked about it when that draft happened, that the Bears organization couldn't handle a guy like Jalen Carter, right? Like this locker room, that coaching staff at the time, obviously, after we found out later, was not equipped to deal with Jalen Carter. Would have been more of a problem in Chicago. Do you agree with that or disagree?
It sucks to agree with you, but as the days go by and we see this guy's career go by, you seem to be more right about that. And it hurts to, like I said, it hurts to say, but you seem to be more right about that. I always err on the side of talent, so I guess I have a little Jerry Jones in me, but unfortunately, but yeah. You might have been right there, but I don't know if Darnell Wright was the right pick there anyway. But
I mean, I don't think there was any.
Having a tackle. I do like having a right tackle. He's at the very least a solid right tackle and a solid lineman. I think at the very least.
Let's look at the Bears, and then we'll go through each game and make picks, like we do every year. Are you with the Bears? What is your biggest concern this season? You can only pick one.
My biggest concern this season, because I'm not a Caleb Williams believer, but I think I know where his floor is, and his floor, to me, is a subpar year for like a Jordan Love or something like that. I think that's his floor. I don't know where his heights, and I don't think we're going to see how good he can be this year one of the Ben Johnson offense. I just don't think we're going to see his best year this year. So I'm not as worried about that, because I think he's going to be a really good quarterback. I don't know if he's going to be excellent yet. The biggest worry and I think the defense is going to be solid. Dennis Allen looks like the real deal. He's had, they have some pretty good talent over there still. My biggest worry, I'm sorry, is the offensive line, and the running game can be bundled into that. That's my biggest worry. And do I have to give reasons for that? I mean, they were one of the worst offensive lines in the history of the NFL last year, in almost every stat.
Jalen Hurts and Downey Thomas are on the same wavelength. Jalen Hurts watching the show, coming off of that Thursday night game against Dallas. Downey Thomas agrees with them. They probably aren't the same account, but they probably are the same account.
Yes.
At any rate, look, if they don't have left tackle figured out, does Micah Parsons to the Green Bay Packers make your eye twitch a little bit more?
Yeah, it does, especially when you got a guy from the USFL trying out for left tackle. I mean, they don't have it. It's been a merry-go-round again in training camp for a left tackle position. You do have a very good center, but you do have some older players and an injured player in Joe Jackson?
Tooney.
Well, there's Joe Tooney, and then there's Joe Jackson, the guy they got from St. Louis, who was in, not St. Louis. Jesus Christ, Los Angeles. And the St. Louis Rams. Wow. Talk about getting old. That's it.
Holy
I mean, I don't think this broadcasting thing is going to work out. But anyway, God, we should have done the Fitz gibberish later in the show. Anyway, a hurt O-lineman, Joe Tooney, an older old lineman. I mean, we have a merry-go-round. We don't know who's going to be the left tackle.
Do you think that thought process was Joe Tooney would help that position by being next to them? Like maybe having that veteran would help Braxton Jones be better. For me personally, I watched him in the preseason get sandwiched by third and fourth stringers. Talking about Braxton Jones. I don't know that that's the case, but do you think that that's the thought process?
Yeah, I guess. And to have a backup left tackle who is top 10 left tackle last year, and Joe Tooney.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to get conservative, top 15 left tackle, but was definitely a good left tackle. Patrick Mahomes had high praise for him, even though he's not the best quarterback in the league anymore. But JJ did say, yeah, always the O-line with the Bears, and it is. And we've been doing this every year. And I mean, I know a lot of teams have a tough time, and it's the bullpen of the NFL building an offensive line, but you should have accidentally built one by now. We haven't had an all-pro left tackle since Jimbo Covert, and we were not in high school then, Holmes. We were barely born then. We were barely people then. Actually, we weren't people then. We were barely shitting for ourselves then.
Especially when your GM is a former offensive lineman. Like you would expect that for a GM to be a former offensive lineman.
Is this your biggest worry, though?
My biggest concern heading into this season is the secondary. Because I think that the offensive line will figure itself out because they do have enough veteran presence there, which they haven't had in the past. It's not just a makeshift of draft picks playing in front of. And I think Caleb is talented enough to figure things out as we go. Yeah. I'm worried about the defense. Like, are you going to see a healthy TJ Edwards? Are you going to see a healthy Jalen Johnson? Are you going to see a healthy Jaquan Brisker? Like, those are my concerns. Jalen Johnson, not knowing whether or not he's going to even play tomorrow. I know he's on, I believe he's looking for a new deal as well. Jaquan Brisker's health is a real concern. It was a real concern last year. That's my biggest concern with this team is are you going to have to get into shootouts with teams, especially with this schedule that you have this year? Are you going to have to get in shootouts? I think you're good enough to be 4-2, maybe 5-1 in this division. You could be 3-3 just because this division's so good. Wouldn't surprise me at all. But I think you're good enough to be the best team in this division head to head. Now, outside of that division, are you going to have to get into a shootout with Dallas? Are you going to have to get into a shootout with Washington and Baltimore and Cincinnati and Pittsburgh and Philly? You know what I mean? Like San Francisco out there as well. So that's my concern. My concern is the defense. If the defense is healthy, I think that this team, I've said it before and I'll say it again. I think their floor is 8-9 and their ceiling is 9-8. I think that's where this team is. I think this is a team that is just above 500 or right at 500. And I can't, until I see it happen on the field, until I see the product actually be successful, I can't envision it being more than that. And I think 9-8 is good enough to keep you in a wild card spot.
It's hard not to. Yeah, I almost totally agree with everything you said. I mean, it's almost the same thing I said about the Raiders. I don't know exactly what's going to happen here. I don't understand some of the moves. Luther Burden better be pretty damn good. Colson Loveland, I think he's going to be good. I mean, I think he's going to be a really good tight end. I think he's going to get the ball a lot, and he's going to have to, really fall on his ass to not have a pretty darn good rookie season. Luther Burden better be good because that's a big damn pick you wasted on a guy that really, I think you could have filled that role in free agency. There's a lot of other roles that you could not fill in free agency that you decided to go with another wide receiver for.
You know who I think is going to be the odd man out?
The team makes me a little,
I think DJ Moore is the odd man out. I think Roma Dunze is going to be good. I really believe in Luther Burden, but I also think Zacchaeus is going to. I think
Rudy from Facts of Life.
I think Zacchaeus is going to have a big role in this offense because what I watched in the preseason was a real connection with Zacchaeus and Caleb.
Yeah.
So I think you're going to see, and I think DJ Moore is going to be PO'd about it. I think DJ Moore is going to eventually maybe even possibly be traded 1 year after signing a preseason deal to keep him here for a few years. I don't think he's going to be happy in this offense because I think he's not going to get the target share that he wants because Roma Dunze is going to be good, because Luther Burden is going to be good. I like both of those guys. I think Luther Burden is an outstanding route runner. I think he's every bit the route runner that DJ Moore is. I think he's bigger than DJ Moore. Well, I know he's bigger than DJ Moore, and I think he's got better upside than DJ Moore does. So
what?
I do.
DJ Moore is pretty upside.
DJ Moore is great. Don't get me wrong, but
he's
look,
like he's a running back
in the NFL. And DJ Moore is right on the cusp of that. You are talking about a wide receiver is going into his 8th, 9th year in the league.
I agree. Yeah, and he does take a lot of hits.
Yes.
He's kind of like another running back out there too. I think that's where he's different than a lot of these receivers that you mentioned. Until Luther Burden shows me that he can be a running back out there, and Zacchaeus is definitely not a running back out there.
Wow,
Jeremiah Murray.
Jeremiah and Ryan Fitzgibbons are both agreeing with me today. I'm on fire.
It's weird. Thanks, Jeremiah, for doing the show a couple weeks ago, and shut your whore mouth. I'm sorry. I just think it's very hard. DJ Moore makes a lot of the right catches and runs a really good route as well.
Huge problem last year. Huge problem. He was not happy last year, and his demeanor on the sidelines was a real problem last year.
And maybe that brings us into the Jets Steelers game today in some weird way because Justin Fields is playing Aaron Rodgers. That's the worst transition in the history of the show.
Ever. You want to get into these games? Let's get into these games because we got about 9 minutes before kickoff. All right, let's go Buccaneers Falcons. Let's start there. Bucks Falcons. Falcons at home. Falcons are a 1.5 point favorite, or Buccaneers are a 1.5 point road favorite. Sorry.
I took up the Bucs a lot last year, and it helped. And Baker Mayfield, I trust. He had a whale of a year, his second year in a row. I think he's the poster boy for not giving up on quarterbacks too soon in this league. And I think they cover that spread. I don't know about the Falcons. That's another team where I don't really know exactly what their philosophy is overall.
Yeah.
They've made a couple of draft picks that I scratch my head at, but yeah, that's where I'm at.
Yeah, I think that the Buccaneers
You sound constipated.
and I like the Falcons a little bit more than most. I would bet the over. I actually did bet the over in this game. I like the over a lot in this game. Falcons interdivisional games. The Falcons have gone over that number, which is set at 47.5 right now. They've gone over that number in 9 of their last 10 divisional games. So I'd bet that over for sure. But I like the Bucs in this one as well. I think the Bucs do cover that number. I think they win by a field goal, but I think it's a close game and it's probably very high scoring. Bengals Browns, obviously Cleveland expected to take a step back. That quarterback room is a mess, an absolute shit show in Cleveland.
You don't like Joe Flacco?
No, I liked Joe Flacco 12 years ago. Cincinnati is a 5.5 point favorite. I know they struggle in week 1 games. They killed a lot of people last year against the Patriots in week 1 in survivor pools. I'm on the Bengals to cover this number -5.5.
-5.5 against this defense. I'm still on the Bengals. I just said Joe Burrow is the best quarterback.
You're going to beat this team by 5.5.
Joe Flacco's still in the league.
Yeah. So you're taking Bengals?
I'm taking Bengals. I just said Joe Burrow is the best quarterback in the league, so I kind of have to in this game. We'll see.
All right. Dolphins Colts. This is going to be a good game. Colts -1.5 at home. I think that the Dolphins. What the hell is playing in my ears right now? I think that the Dolphins are a nightmare right now, especially in their locker room. I think that Mike McDaniels gets fired halfway through the season, if not earlier. I like the Colts today at home. Even with Daniel Jones under center, I'm going to take the Colts -1.5.
Oh boy, I hate Daniel Jones. I can't do this. No, ilk. I like Mike McDaniels. I'm sorry. I'm not going to just hate him because it's the fashion right now to all of a sudden not like him when everybody liked him a couple years ago, including yourself. So I'm going to hit the Miami Dolphins. Stop it.
I'm not saying I don't like Mike McDaniels. I do like Mike McDaniels, but he has lost that locker room, and it's shown all off season long. Tyreek is a real problem inside that locker room. They are not. I'm telling you, Dolphins are going to be a nightmare this year.
A good game if you like two teams throwing shit at each other.
Raiders and Patriots at New England. New England is a 2.5-point favorite. Drake May, everybody's darling this year.
I'm taking the Raiders just so Junior can get pissed at me.
Yeah, I'm on the Raiders plus 2.5.
Oh,
I've been
Daddy.
I've been on the Raiders all week plus 2.5. I'm not coming off them now.
Daddy,
I think Ashton
go
Genty
against your son.
I think the Patriots' run defense is going to have a problem with Ashton Genty. I think that
No.
I think that the Raiders win. And I think Genty has a big day. So
Doubting Thomas, Genty 3+ TDs.
shoot, I would love it. I would love it because I have Genty in my fantasy.
Of course you do.
Yeah. All right. So Cardinals, Saints. Listen. Every year, there is one team that ruins everybody's week 1 survivor pool. And I promise you, I know the Saints are going to be terrible this year. And I know that their quarterback room is atrocious.
Remember when the Saints were good for 3 weeks last year?
The Saints. Give me the Saints plus 5.5 against the Cardinals. Because if any team over the last 2 years has shown you they can poop down their leg, it's the Arizona Cardinals and Kyler Murray.
Yeah. I can't believe they're plus 5.5 at home. I have to agree with you there. Here we go, Saints.
All right.
I still have PTSD from that Cardinals Bears game last year that we did a simulcast for. That was, oh my God. That game was so bad.
The Bears were coming back. They were going to be good that week. We were like, all right, this is where they rebounded. Didn't happen. Steelers and they lost 8 more games after that in a row.
Yes.
Steelers, Jets. This is look, every Bears fan nightmare at quarterback. You got the guy who used to own you when he lived in Green Bay, quarterbacking the Steelers. You got the guy who you believed in, myself included, still love the kid, Justin Fields in New York. Pittsburgh, 2.5-point road favorite. Steelers, Jets. I'm going Jets. I'm going with Justin Fields. I think his legs get it done today. I still think he's as good as anybody with evading pressure. So I think that the Jets win this one. So I don't even really need the 2.5, but I'll take the 2.5.
Yeah, I think the Jets win this game too. I don't think Aaron Rodgers is as good as some people think he is, and you can tell me his stats from last season, but did you watch? I watched a lot of Jets games last season. He was good against bad teams.
Yeah.
Really bad teams and bad defenses. He was really not good against good teams or when he was pressured at all. I just don't see this being I think Justin Fields, if he stays healthy, it's crazy that he went to the Jets. Bears, if you play for the Bears and Jets and you're a quarterback, you got some problems.
Yeah.
I think he's going to be pretty good this year. And I think Doubting Thomas is losing his mind.
And if you want to bet him, plus 210 to score an anytime touchdown. I love that bet today, man. Justin Fields to get in the end zone.
Yeah. I take the course of Aaron Rodgers over Justin Fields. So Doubting Thomas.
All right. Giants, Commanders. Commanders at home are a 5.5-point favorite against the Giants, who have a gauntlet of a schedule. But let me tell you something, with that defense is going to be really, really good. And I think that the Giants are going to be a darling to cover this year. I don't think they're going to win a ton of games, but I think that they will cover the spread in a ton of games. And that starts with today's game. They might even win this game outright today. But give me the Giants plus 5.5 at Washington.
I'm all over Washington. I hate the whole Giants organization. I think they've made some brilliantly bad moves, and I don't think that coach is as good as you think it is. I really don't. Do you think Jaden Daniels takes a step back this year? What is it?
I think their offensive line is really bad, and the Giants' defense is good. I think that Jaden Daniels takes a slight step back. It's his second year. We saw what CJ Stroud was his rookie year, and then what happened to CJ Stroud last year, who still had a pretty good year, but he wasn't quite the quarterback he was in the second year, especially with you're playing a tougher schedule now because you took your team to the playoffs. So I think it's going to be a little bit tougher, and behind that offensive line, which it kind of almost mirrors the Bears offensive line, I think it's going to be tougher for Jaden Daniels to have the season that he had last year. I think the Giants are going to cover in a lot of their games this year.
Why did the Bears have a tougher schedule? I don't get that, but
Crazy.
Giants win and Daniels looks pedestrian. Jeremiah.
Panthers, Jaguars in Jacksonville. Jacksonville is a 4.5-point favorite over my Carolina Panthers. You know where I'm going because I think this team's winning the NFC South, and I do not believe in Trevor Lawrence whatsoever. I don't care how many Travis Hunters you have on the field. I don't trust Trevor Lawrence, and I don't trust their Liam Cohen, Duval. I don't know. I'm out on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Give me the Panthers plus 4.5.
I'm either losing my mind or I'm agreeing with you too much, and I do not like Trevor Lawrence. He's just not good. He's the Jordan Love of the AFC. I don't know who still likes him, but a lot of people liked him when he was bad year. Whatever. I'll take the Panthers with those points. I'll take the Panthers. We'll see how they do this year. This is something I'm going to closely monitor for you. I'm doing this for you.
All right. Titans, Broncos. Broncos are an 8.5-point favorite in Denver. I'll lay the 8.5. Look, Cam Ward, he's going to have to be Superman for the Titans to cover this spread. They have no talent around him. Even if he is good, which I don't think he is going to be good. I don't think he's a franchise quarterback. I think he's decent enough, but there's no talent around him in Tennessee. There's nothing there. So I'm giving up the points, and I'll take the Denver Broncos. I love Bo Nix and company.
I just don't want to agree with you. I'll take the Broncos, but I'm monitoring the Broncos as well. For you. I'm doing this for you.
Hey, all for me. All for me. I'll be monitoring all of it. I've got Red Zone up on one screen. I've got
reined in.
Yeah. I've got the Giants and Commanders up on another screen. I am ready to go, man. All right, we've got 49ers, Seahawks. San Francisco is a 1.5-point favorite on the road at Seattle. Sam Darnold's Seattle Seahawks. Give me the Niners, man. Give me CMC. I know people are talking about his calf, and he appeared on the injury report. He said he's fine. He said because of his injury past and everything that people blow things out of proportion. He's fine. He's good to go. I think he has a big day. CMC gets it done. Yep. San Francisco -1.
Yeah, I got the Niners. I don't know what's going on in Seattle. I got the Niners.
Yeah, I've seen Sam Darnold without Kevin O'Connell plenty of times. I don't need to see it again to be out on Seattle. Lions, Packers. Detroit Lions at Green Bay at Lambeau. Packers went from being a 2-point dog to trading for Micah Parsons and being a 1.5-point favorite in Green Bay. Where are you at with this one?
I'm going to take the Lions just because I hate you.
Okay. And
I know you're going to take the Packers.
I am actually going to take the Lions in this game. I think the Packers start 0-1. I like the Lions in this game, plus 1.5. I think that they have a chip on their shoulder. They want to prove that losing their coordinators isn't everything. Plus, they play very well against the Green Bay Packers. They have for a long time.
They do.
I'm taking the Lions plus 1.5. You thought you had me there, didn't you? Texans, Rams. Rams are a 3.5-point favorite against the Houston Texans and the aforementioned CJ Stroud. You want to go first? Or you want me to go first?
I'm taking the Texans here. I don't know where the Rams are right now. I don't have a lot of confidence right now of where the Rams are. It's just another team, and I know I'm beginning to be a broken record. That's like the fourth team, but I need some time with them.
Yeah,
make educated, guesses there.
We're agreeing a lot because I'm on the Texans too. I think the Texans have a better year. I think the Rams are not as good as people think that they're going to be. I think they expect them to be just because of the name, but I just don't see it. So I am on the Texans as well. Bills Ravens Sunday Night Football. Baltimore, a 1.5 point road favorite in Buffalo. I am on the Ravens. I'm on the Ravens to win the Super Bowl. I'm on the Ravens to have a revenge game here tonight from their playoff loss, where Mark Andrews dropped that 2-point conversion last year. I am all over the Ravens and Lamar Jackson. I think he wins his 3rd MVP this year.
Wow. I'm going to take the Bills.
Not a bad choice. I mean, they're really good teams.
I have no reason.
Just because you want to be different. All right.
I just
Last
want
game, Monday Night Football. Vikings Bears. Sucks that they open the season on Monday night because I will be in studio working the show with the game with no volume, watching the game, trying to conduct a show, trying to do all this stuff.
So you're going to do a bad job tomorrow. It's basically what you're saying.
Vikings are -1.5. The hosts might or might not have been instructed that they are on their own. Vikings Bears. Vikings 1.5 point favorite here in Chicago.
You want to go first?
I mean, look, I'm on the Bears, man. The Bears +1.5. I have to see what this team is. It's a rookie. You better win this game. You better cover this spread. You better be good enough to beat the Minnesota Vikings by more than 1.5 points on Monday Night Football. If you're going to be everything that everybody thinks that you're going to be, you have to be that. So that's why right now, heading in without seeing you guys on the field at all, I believe, let's see it now. Give me the Bears +1.5.
I'm taking the Bears too. Favorite at home. It's tough, but I'm going to take the Bears. I don't know. I mean, the Minnesota Vikings, I don't think are going to be as good as everybody else thinks they are. I do love the coach, but I don't think JJ McCarthy's going to be good. Megan TV says Alcatraz is
Alcaraz. Alcaraz.
Alcatraz is a prison.
Megan TV right now. Bijan Robinson already gets in the end zone, baby. We got our first touchdown of the Sunday. Bijan Robinson on a long screen pass breaks it open. I have Bijan Robinson on my fantasy team as well.
Oh God, here we go.
Here we go. All right.
I took the Bucs in that
get
game.
The hell out of here and let people watch the football.
Bucs. Yeah.
You good?
I'm good.
All right.
Alcatraz is a prison, though, Megan TV. Who's watching the U.S. Open today?
I got Alcaraz.
An American.
Yeah.
Move to Britain or something.
All right. Let's get the hell out of here. All those, what the heck is going on? For all those that watched us on Twitter, for all those that watch us on Facebook, YouTube, everywhere, thank you guys for joining in. We will see you guys next week. Same bat time, same bat channel. Tell your friends, tell your neighbors, tell your enemies. Talk to you guys next week.